Hi, welcome to the Rittner Floral School in Boston, Mass. I'm Dr. Steve Rittner, and it's a pleasure to welcome you into one of our classrooms today. The time of the year, it's October, it's near Halloween, and of course, Halloween happens to be one of my favorite holidays. Why? Because we can do so many really neat things. We can do great novelties, we can get ghoulish, we have wonderful colors, we have wonderful materials, and all kinds of symbolic motifs to play with. And so, my viewer, I think you're going to really enjoy today's demonstration because we have a couple of very neat things planned for you. Notice, in this particular case, starting with a container. We've got a container that definitely is supported by 3 legs, definitely, literally 3 legs. They look like they could probably use a good meal, but it's perfect for the holiday setting. We have some foam in the container, we have some ivy placed around here, and we're just about ready to go, and we're going to come up with something that I think you, my viewer, will find really neat. And what I'm going to start off with is I'm going to start off with a piece of my hydrangea. Hydrangea is a very popular product, and everybody loves it. It's very popular at the present time. It's neat. It comes in a variety of colors. And so we're going to play with some of our hydrangea, because working with hydrangea, I think you can see how we can come up with something that is very cool, very quickly. And I'm taking a few pieces of my hydrangea, working them through, working them from one side gradually to the other of my design. This stuff is really neat, and it enables us to come up with a really interesting effect and do it fairly quickly and fairly easily. And notice, my viewer, I think you can see why so many of us floral designers love using this particular product, because with the use of hydrangea, I can come up with something that is really showy and do it very quickly. So we're starting off with a little bit of that, but let's mix a few other things in here into our design. This is something that's really neat. Crab apples, available in the fall, and a great product. We have these courtesy of the great people at Blooming of Beloit in Beloit, Wisconsin. And so we're going to work a few of our crab apples in here, and they are showy, they're pretty, and they definitely make an impact in terms of something that we're making for fall. So notice how I'm concentrating them right over there, my viewer. And then let's see, what other things can we play with in this design that will give us interesting effects? Well, we can play with some of our yellow motifs and work maybe a little yellow daisy palm in here. And then we can follow that with perhaps some other materials. For example, you never can go wrong with roses. I'm going to work a rose in here. And then maybe another one of my daisy palms. I'll place it over here. So you can see that I'm gradually developing this, filling it in, and coming up with something interesting. Now, I like roses, as I'm sure you do, so I'm going to work a few more of my roses into this design. Let's place one over here, and then let's get another rose perhaps placed over here. And this is gradually filling in very nicely. And I think you can see I'm having a great time here, my viewer. This is fun, it's easy. And you know, this basically follows our philosophy here at Rittner's. Our philosophy is that floral designing and learning floral designing should be quick, easy, fun, and enjoyable. And you can see that I'm having a great time here in building this design for Halloween. So I've got a few of my roses worked in there. That's kind of interesting and pretty. Now I could stop at this point if I wanted to, but wait, there's more. Let's play with a few more things. Let's get a few carnations in. Some people don't like carnations, but I like them. I think they're a great flower. And the reason I like carnations is they're showy, they're relatively inexpensive, they come in a rainbow of colors, and to use a few red carnations here, just to add a touch of color to our design, I think is very handy. And I'm working a few here and there through our composition, so we have some of our carnations in place. That's kind of pretty. And let's see, what else do I have? Well, I have a few mini carnations. Let's work a few minis in. And so I'm going to touch one right over here, and then maybe tuck another one over in here, like so, right into the foam. Works really well. Now, we started with a couple of our yellow daisy palms, so I want to get a little bit more of that motif in as well, because I want to have some unity in my design. So I'm going to work a daisy palm over in here. That gives me a pretty effect. And you know something? If one works well, maybe 2 will work better. So I can work another little daisy palm maybe over here. So I have something over in there. And, you know, let's work in a nice big palm, a big one, a big mum in here. So work a big mum coming here, smack dab in the center. Now, the design that we have here, the way you see it here right now, my viewer, works very, very well. We could simply present this as a great idea to decorate a home around Halloween. It's pretty, it's elegant, it looks great. But Halloween means more than just simply fall colors and fall materials. We can do some other pretty cool things with it. And of course, we have an eye on this. In fact, quite literally an eye on this. So let's take our little guy and let's change him a little bit and add, perhaps, another touch to it. Because when I think of Halloween, I think of all kinds of creatures and critters and unusual kind of characters. And now you can see that we definitely have something that says Halloween, something that is certainly going to be a discussion piece when people come into your home. If they see something like this, they're going to look at it and say, wow, that arrangement is actually staring at me. And it is, because it's a Halloween novelty, it's a Halloween critter, and we've got something that is kind of cool. Now, this technique that we've used here can be played with in other ways as well. I think this is great, and you got a good idea how to make one, but let's show you another example so you can see how you can apply some of the same ideas in different contexts. Let's move our little fella over here just a little bit. Stay. And let me show you another example of pretty much the same thing, equally easy to do, quick and easy, because that's the Rittner Floral School way. Now, in this particular one, notice we've got a little guy. He's standing there staring at us. Construction of this one is also a fun one and also quick and easy too. To make the second one, we took a bowl with obviously a Halloween motif, put some of our foam into it, filled the center in with equisetum. This stuff is amazing. You can get it around the fall. It's fun to play with, and we just filled the center of our foam with equisetum. Then at that point, put a few of our flowers in through it, a few of our roses, and then taking our hydrangea, placed lots and lots of hydrangea going around and in a circle around our base. And then finally, for a couple of interesting touches to it, well, how about some of the fake spider webs working through? I didn't bother putting a spider or two there, though I could have. And then a little bit of equisetum for a nose. Our friend has a nose. See the nose? Yeah. And then placed a couple of our giant eyeballs here to definitely give some personality. So what do you think, my viewer? Quick, easy, and fun. That's the Rittner Floral School way. We hope that you enjoyed this brief presentation and it has given you some ideas of some very, very neat things that you can do to enhance your life, to enhance your party, and to have a great time at Halloween. I'm Dr. Steve Rittner. On behalf of all of us here at Rittner's Floral School, we thank you for coming in and visiting with us today.